Taylor so actually mad about the shirt?
No, she laughed. She laughed her ass off. She has a good sense of humor.
How many kegs of garage beer will be at that reception?
Man, I can't even count that high. I broke Taylor's chair with the weight I gained from her sourdough. Good gut health, though.
You good.
Taylor's gonna kill me.
Hi, it's Taylor. I just wanted to send a message to all the athletes that are competing in the Olympics. I just wanted to say thank you.
Travis Kelce just told the world he can't count how many kegs of garage beer he's having at his wedding reception, and honestly, that one sentence sent the entire internet into a spiral. But here's what nobody's really talking about. What Taylor and Travis did, separately, this past week might actually reveal more about where this relationship is headed than anything they've done together. And there's one moment involving a broken chair and a sourdough loaf that is genuinely one of the funniest things to come out of this couple yet. So let's get into all of it.
I broke Taylor's chair with the weight I gained from her sourdough. Good gut health, though.
Let's start with Super Bowl weekend, because Travis Kelce didn't just show up, he showed out. At the New Heights Super Bowl party that he and his brother Jason hosted, Travis was in his absolute element. Relaxed, confident, surrounded by teammates and his inner circle, just radiating the energy of a man who is completely at peace with where his life is right now. The cameras were rolling when someone shouted a question at him about how many kegs of garage beer would be at the wedding reception, and without missing a beat, Travis grinned and said he couldn't even count that high.
How many kegs of garage beer will be at that reception?
Man, I can't even count that high.
Now he didn't confirm a wedding. He didn't deny one either. He just leaned into the moment with the kind of effortless charm that makes you understand exactly why Taylor Swift fell for this man. And here's a small detail that a lot of people missed. Inside the venue, there was one of Taylor's older photos hanging on the wall. Not a giant billboard, not a neon sign, just a framed picture, almost like she's already woven into the fabric of his world in the most natural way possible. It was subtle, and that's what made it so meaningful. But the Super Bowl festivities were just getting started. Travis also attended the tight ends and friends party in San Francisco, and this one had a completely different energy. This was Travis in his football brotherhood, surrounded by fellow tight ends, NFL insiders, and the people who've known him long before the global spotlight found him.
So happy for you, bro. That's amazing.
The vibe was celebratory but grounded. No drama, no spectacle, just genuine camaraderie. And here's where it gets really sweet. Every single time the DJ played a Taylor Swift song, Travis would make his way over to the DJ booth and just stand there vibing, dancing, acting like the proudest man on the planet. When a remix of one of Taylor's tracks came on, he was front and center, recording videos on his phone. And fans are pretty convinced those clips went straight to Taylor along with some voicemails. He danced to the remix of one of her newer releases with so much enthusiasm that people around him couldn't help but feed off his energy. They even presented him with an '87 jacket, which he accepted with the biggest smile. The atmosphere, as Travis himself described it, was electric. And when a remix of You Belong With Me dropped, this man was recording it like a fan at a concert, except the fan is also a 3-time Super Bowl champion who happens to be dating the artist. You can just tell, he is never not thinking about her, even when she's nowhere near the building. And that's actually the most interesting thread running through this entire week. Taylor wasn't at any of these events. She wasn't at the party, she wasn't at the golf tournament, she wasn't spotted anywhere near the Super Bowl festivities, and yet her presence was everywhere. That's what a healthy, secure relationship looks like. It's not about constant proximity. It's not about being attached at the hip for every public appearance. It's about two people who are so solid in what they have that they can go live their separate, full, independent lives and still be completely connected. This isn't distance, this is trust. And for anyone who's been following Taylor's journey through relationships over the years, you know how significant that is. Speaking of Taylor doing her own thing, she made a completely different kind of appearance this week, one that reminded the world just how far her influence reaches beyond music. Taylor released a personal message for the 2026 Winter Olympics, and it was the kind of moment that stops you in your tracks. She spoke directly to the athletes, thanking them for their sacrifices, acknowledging the stories behind their journeys, and expressing genuine gratitude for the chance to witness their excellence.
Hi, it's Taylor. I just wanted to send a message to all the athletes that are competing in the Olympics. I just wanted to say thank you. Getting to learn your stories and see everything that you've sacrificed and all your determination and hard work and passion and everything that's gotten you to this point where you're so excellent at something.
It wasn't a brand deal. It wasn't promotional. It was Taylor being Taylor. Someone who understands that encouragement from the right voice at the right time can mean everything. She talked about how inspiring it is to watch people reach the pinnacle of something they've dedicated their lives to, and she wished every athlete a safe journey and an experience they'd cherish forever.
It's just really inspiring, and I am very grateful for everything you've done to get to this point in your life, and grateful that you've brought us all along with you on this journey so we get to watch you do this.
The timing of this was fascinating too, because while Travis was fully immersed in football culture and Super Bowl energy, Taylor was speaking on a global stage about something entirely different. Two people, two worlds, both operating at the highest level of their respective influence. That parallel says so much about who they are individually and why they work so well together. Now let's talk about the Phoenix Open, because this might be my favorite Travis moment of the entire week. He showed up to the WM Phoenix Open looking completely relaxed, golf club in hand, just being a normal guy having the time of his life. If you've never seen the Phoenix Open, it's not your typical hushed tones golf event. It's loud, it's chaotic, it's basically a massive outdoor party that happens to have golf in the middle of it. And Travis fit in perfectly. He was meeting fans, signing autographs, hyping up the crowd, and at one point he ripped a massive shot and then immediately started playing air guitar like he'd just hit a game-winning touchdown. Someone caught him singing along to a remix that blended So High School with another track, and he was fully committed. No half measures, no self-consciousness, just pure joy. When the cameras caught a near ace on one of his shots, someone asked him where that ranked among his athletic accomplishments, and he just laughed it off, saying he was glad they didn't show the other 17 attempts. That's the thing about Travis. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and that's exactly the kind of energy that makes people gravitate toward him. Everyone around him looked genuinely happy just to be in his orbit, and you could feel through the screen that this was a man who is living his best life in every possible way. But okay, we need to talk about the moment that broke the internet this week, because it involves a chair, a sourdough loaf, and a scale designed for horses. Travis appeared on his sister-in-law's podcast, and right out of the gate, he dropped this absolute gem. He admitted that he broke Taylor's chair. Not just any chair, Taylor's chair. And the reason? The weight he gained from eating her homemade sourdough bread. He introduced himself by saying his name and then immediately confessing to the chair incident, adding that at least the gut health was great.
Hi, I'm Travis Kelce, Kylie Kelce's brother-in-law. And I'm not going to lie, I broke Taylor's chair with the weight I gained from her sourdough. Good gut health, though.
That's true love.
Love you.
The best part is what happened next. He explained that Taylor wasn't home when it happened, so he walked in holding the broken back of the chair, and his first instinct, his very first move, was to go straight to the scale to check where he was at, and not just any scale. He compared it to the kind they use for horses.
I immediately went over to the scale, though. I had to see where we were at.
You had to check yourself a little bit?
No Job January has been exactly that.
Okay.
When asked if Taylor was actually mad about it, Travis said she laughed her head off when she found out.
Taylor
So
actually
bad.
mad about the shirt.
No, she laughed. She laughed her ass off.
He said she has an incredible sense of humor, and you could tell from the way he talked about it that this is a couple who genuinely makes each other laugh on a daily basis.
She has a good sense of humor.
There was also this hilarious moment where something almost broke during the podcast recording, and Travis immediately said Taylor was going to end him, which just shows how naturally she comes up in his thoughts and conversations. It's not performative. It's not for the cameras.
You know how they do best in show for like dogs where they like trot them out? And, like, they do it for like horses too? Oh, shit. You good?
Taylor's gonna kill me.
This is just how he talks about her because she's that deeply integrated into his life. And honestly, that's the bigger picture here. Everything we saw this week, the Super Bowl parties, the golf tournament, the Olympic message, the broken chair story, all of it paints the same picture. These are two people who are building something real. Not a PR relationship, not a Hollywood arrangement, but an actual partnership between two individuals who respect each other's space, celebrate each other's worlds, and find genuine joy in the smallest moments together. Travis records Taylor's songs at parties because he's proud of her. Taylor makes sourdough bread that's so good it breaks furniture. They laugh about it. They support each other from across the country. They show up for the things that matter and give each other room to breathe for everything else. The way Travis carries himself when Taylor isn't around tells you everything you need to know about how he feels when she is. And the way Taylor uses her platform, thoughtfully, generously, with intention, tells you exactly why someone like Travis would fall completely head over heels. These two aren't just in a relationship. They're in a partnership that's built to last, and every week brings more evidence of that. There's still so much more to unpack, including all the Easter eggs from recent releases and what's coming next for both of them, so make sure you're sticking around for that. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.